Hello, hello, my style icons. Welcome back to Life in Style with Brianna Cantore. That is me, and this is your mental vacation. The best destination to be besides maybe Santorini. I went to Santorini a few years ago on a yoga and Pilates retreat, and I completely fell in love with it. It is truly one of the most beautiful and special and spiritual places I've ever been blessed to visit, and I hope that everyone in their life gets to visit Santorini because it is that magical, and I feel like there are people on my Instagram visiting Santorini right now, and I am so happy for them. I can't wait to be able to go back to Santorini. Anyways, today's episode is so much fun. We are going to be talking about summer 2026 fashion trends, and there's quite a few. I narrowed it down to 10. We're going to talk about the different trends, how to wear these trends, and I even put together an edit that I will link in the show notes so you can shop some pieces from these trends if you don't already have them in your wardrobe and want to spice things up a little bit for summer 2026. So let's get into it. And I'm going to grab my laptop so that way I can also speak directly to the edit I put together and help you really curate the best wardrobe for this summer. Okay, and before we get started, one more thing to note. The edit is in the order of which I will speak about the trends. So when you click into it, for example, at first you're going to see a bunch of red pieces because the first trend we're going to talk about is the color red. And so when you keep scrolling, you'll see the different trends grouped together in the edit. I wanted to make this easy to shop and view, and so each trend, the products are grouped together in the edit. So that takes us to trend number one. I just said it, the color red, and particularly a very tomato like, punchy, bold, and vibrant red. I know what you're thinking. Aren't all reds vibrant? And no, this particular red that is trending is very much tomato inspired, and to be honest, we're having a bold summer in general. So, red isn't the only color that's trending. We're also seeing emerald greens and lime greens, fuchsia, orange, cobalt blue, and turquoise. We're going to get more into turquoise later on. But overall, we're having a hot girl summer in terms of very hot and bold colors that will make us stand out in photos and really getting into that maximalist flavor we've been seeing on the runways for the past few seasons. So I think it's important to mention that we have had many creative directors kind of switch around in fashion houses, changing, starting new eras with Dior and Chanel and Loewe. So we are experiencing kind of this fashion renaissance where all of a sudden things are really getting a lot more creative and playful, and we're bringing back that uniqueness and that fun to fashion that we haven't lost over the years, but the past few years have been more about building the classics in our wardrobe and dipping into that clean girl aesthetic. So it's been so fun to see these new creative directors, or not new creative directors, but they have the fashion houses have changed creative directors, and it's really been fun to see what their their new take on the fashion house has been. And of course, we're still wearing neutrals this summer. Cloud Dancer is the color of the year. We're also seeing a lot of pale pink come into trend, but we're really focusing on those more bold colors and what we can do with them in our wardrobes this summer. So back to tomato red. The way to wear this trend, one, I'm going to be wearing it on my lips. I love nothing more than a bold red lip, and don't feel like you have to save this for an evening, a formal event. If you're going out during the day, you're in maybe some jeans and a white t shirt, throw on that fucking red lipstick. Why not? That you save in your drawer for only evening events once in a while. It's going to have you participate in the red trend, and it's also gonna just amp up that confidence a little bit, make you stand out a little more. Maybe you're having a single girl summer. There's nothing like catching a little bit of attention by walking into the bar or that day party wearing a red lip. I'm also looking for the perfect red mini dress. I haven't found it yet, but I really envision myself seeing wearing this slinky little red mini dress with maybe some sandals and going to a beach club or a day party. I have a vision. I just can't find the right one yet, but when I do, I'll add it to the edit. Another way I wanna wear this trend is by wearing a red cotton maxi skirt with a red button up. I think that will be so fire, literally, and just really stand out and look great in places like Italy. I'm going to Rome. I wanna wear this look, and what's great about that is if you are investing in those pieces, you can separate them and bring them into fall. So, for example, the red button up that I'm going to be purchasing, I'll also wear it in the fall with black trousers and a white tank top underneath. And I mean, if you are someone that goes into the office for work, this is a way to wear the trend to work this summer. A gray pair of black trousers. I love mine from Helsa Studio. They're my only black trousers, and they are so well tailored and really have a modern cut to them. And I'll pair it with the red button down and something white underneath. And that will be really bold with, those three dynamic colors paired together. Just a really, really sharp look. In the red cotton maxi skirt, you can also wear it to the beach over your swimwear, or you can pair it with a white t-shirt if you don't want to be red on red. Maybe some gold jewelry or even silver. Honestly, either metal works, and I really am excited to wear that look, and you'll see a red cotton skirt in the edit. I found one at Mango. It is on sale, so it's probably gonna go quickly, so I would check it out as soon as you can. It's on sale for, wow, 30.99. Originally 79.99. So definitely check out that red cotton skirt. There's a matching top to it as well. And the red button up I'll be purchasing is from Monday Swimwear. I love their not only their swimwear, but their resort pieces, and it really matches the shade of the mango skirt. So I can't wait to wear those pieces together. I'm also dying over this Alaya red East-West shoulder bag. It's called the Letecal small leather shoulder bag. It has very, very minimal branding, just a small Alaya logo on the bottom center of the bag, and it's so cool looking. I really would love to invest in it, so maybe I'll grab that as a birthday gift, I'm not sure, but I included that in the edit as well if you're in the market for a new luxury handbag. I'm loving that bag by Alaya, and lately gravitating towards bags with less branding on it. I love my bags with, logo and luxury branding, but I also want to fill in my collection with some that are a little bit more subdued as far as logos go. So that's trend number one, the red trend. It's a hot girl summer. We're wearing bold colors, particularly red. So go through your wardrobes, figure out what stands out in terms of color in them. And if you need to fill in a little bit, I've got you covered in this shopping edit. Let's go to trend number two. This one is so fun and so unexpected for me to love it, but I'm loving it. And it's stripes. So, like I said, we're having a bold and maximalist summer. And I think that stripes are doing for us what polka dots did for us last summer with being that playful print that we'll go to when we want a cute and funky outfit for maybe a party or a beach club or a weekend in the Hamptons. So stripes are it. And my favorite way to wear stripes are by pairing stripes of different colors, directions, and widths together. So this may sound crazy, but wearing a striped top and say the stripes are going horizontally and they're thin and the colors are pink and orange, and then maybe a pair of pants where the stripes are running vertically and they're wider, gonna make the legs look longer if they're running vertically on your legs, and maybe the stripes are blue and orange and yellow. So I love a funky, bold pairing of different stripes together in an outfit. And Loewe is showing a lot of stripes. They have some really cool striped pieces to get inspiration from. I'm not necessarily shopping their striped pieces, but definitely looking at how they're styling them together. They have different tank tops, men's button ups, and shorts all over their Instagram, so go check that out. It's really fun and inspiring, and their stripe pieces are coming in all different colors. And I'm also really liking striped bikinis. I think that's a fun way to wear this trend. I actually don't have a striped bikini, but I did include one in the edit. It's from Amazon, and I actually really am into it. I might purchase it. It's only like $29, and it's a three-step bikini. So you get a little triangle top, a bottom, and then these little micro shorts to put over the bikini, which I think is so cute, and it comes in different colors as well. So that's a great way to wear this trend. Also, striped dresses, maybe a striped t-shirt. I actually just purchased an oversized long sleeve striped shirt from Bloomingdale's. It was on sale. I think the brand was Lioness, and it looked similar actually to a Boys Lie shirt that I wanted that's now out of stock in my size, but this one was a fraction of the price, so that's great. If you don't wanna wear stripes on your body, you can also do a striped handbag. I actually found one from Pepper Mayo that is the same shape as the little Miu Miu crochet bags that really trend up during summer. This one from Pepper Mayo is $53. It's the same shape. It looks like Miu Miu only without the branding, and it has these different colorful stripes on it, blue, orange, red. It's really, really pretty. So if you're not too sure about wearing stripes on your body, no problem. I would wear this trend in the form of a fun summer bag that you can literally wear anywhere, day to night. I also included in the set a striped set of a t-shirt and shorts. I actually purchased one from Set Active that I don't believe is in stock anymore, but every time I've been wearing it, I get so many compliments on the street. I think the stripe print just really makes you stand out because it's not something that everybody wears, right? So I recommend getting a little striped set, and I included one from Amazon again, $35, really cute, comes in a few different colors. And I also included a set where it's a tube top and pants, which is also really adorable, really comfortable for being at home, lounging around, but then you can also go and wear it out to grab ice cream if you're down in the Jersey Shore, going to the boardwalk, just a really adorable look. So I am totally here for stripes. I'm officially obsessed. And like I said, just to repeat it one more time, my favorite pairing of stripes is when you get funky and pair different stripe pieces together. So really have fun with this trend, guys. And don't be scared to put the stripe pattern on your body. Try some stripe pieces on. Okay, summer 2026 trend number three, the Bohemian Revival. The trend I am wearing included this piece, this dress I'm wearing in the edit. This is probably my favorite trend of the summer because I have such a bohemian soul. I'm just kind of like a little flower child. I call myself bohemian glam because I'm also quite bougie, but I I truly love bohemian fashion. And to be honest, it's something that is really in trend every summer because when we do have those warmer temperatures and we're at the beach more, we just want to be in oversized, frilly little dresses, right? It's just a matter of what exact bohemian pieces are trending up for summer. I really look to the fashion house Chloe for this inspiration, and also Sienna Miller, who is, like, in my opinion, the face of bohemian fashion. She's always rocking, this really cool lace and ruffled dress with maybe leather boots. She really has that bohemian edge to her. So, what I see trending up for this summer in terms of bohemian style is a lot of lace, like I'm wearing particularly lace trimmed or lace insert dresses and lace pants. Been seeing a lot of lace pants because that sheer style is in trend, which we'll get to later. I've been loving seeing lace pants paired with like an oversized white t-shirt. I think that's the coolest look. And a lot of lace paired with ruffles. If you're watching this, you can see on my dress. This dress is white lace and has ruffles at the neckline and these, let me see if I can show you these bell sleeves. So, really dramatic lace pieces and lots of romantic ruffles. Also, looking at the fashion house Chloe, they've been really going viral for their jelly shoes and their shell bags for this summer. They're all over my feed on Instagram. So, how do we wear these things? Well, if you're wearing an entirely lace look, it kind of speaks for itself. So, like I'm wearing this lace dress. I don't need much more to it. Just a pair of sandals, maybe a fedora if I were, going outside and wanted to protect my skin. I also love a lace midi skirt paired with a white tee and then leather flip-flops. So you're letting the lace midi skirt be kind of the moment and then just putting again a simple shoe. I love a leather flip-flop and a white t-shirt with it. And then if you want to bring that outfit into the fall, you totally can. Just replace the flip-flop with a leather boot and put on a leather jacket. That is like the coolest look. That's totally something some Sienna Miller would wear. And for jewelry, if you want to add another layer of bohemian to it, you can even throw on some turquoise pieces and really lean into that bohemian glam look. So, again, if you're wanting to be a little bit more bohemian this summer, gonna grab a lace dress, don't be afraid to bring that into the fall. You really can make things work for different seasons based on how you style them. And with that being said, that takes us to trend number 4, statement jewelry. So, like I said earlier, we're having this maximalist summer. We're not picking up those dainty little pieces of jewelry necessarily. We're gonna go a little bit more bold, and I'm seeing a lot of long necklaces, seeing some ankle bracelets come into play, which is usually not something on my radar. I actually have some on right now. I grabbed a little pack of them from Amazon, included them in the edit. Chunky resin bangles. I spoke about this in the Swim Week podcast episode. They look so good with swimwear. I actually need to pick up some myself because I really want to dabble in this trend and add some chunky resin bangles to my swimwear styling and O-ring belts. I also talked about this in the Swim Week episode. They're really kind of everywhere right now. You can wear them over a little mini dress or even with your swimwear, your one pieces. And it's really kind of referencing, the 70s when that disco era was really big. And it seemed like every silhouette had bell sleeves and an O-ring belt. So, other ways to wear this trend, I've been loving seeing like silk pants with a plain tank top and then a long necklace, those long necklaces that have those asymmetrical stones at the bottom and a pair of oversized sunglasses. That look is so chic. You can even throw a jacket on over that if you're going into the office and wear that from summer to fall. Again, I love the chunky resin bangles with resort wear and swimwear. And the O-ring belts I would wear not only with a little mini dress, but you could also do them with jeans and a t-shirt and throw on one of those funky belts over it and just really make kind of more of a statement with the outfit instead of keeping it pared back and simple like we're used to. In the edit, I also included some ear cuffs. I love ear cuffs, and I think it takes our ear styling just up a notch. And I'm actually wearing some right now from Amazon, and I included them in the edit. My cuffs were $9 and they're adjustable and they just add a little bit extra flavor to my earrings. I love when my hair is pulled back and I have the cuffs in. It looks so cute and so just cool girl vibes. So definitely check those out. And what's great about the ear cuffs is you don't need a piercing to wear them. You can just slide them on your ears. Okay, trend number 5, sheer silhouettes. I kind of spoke about this a little bit earlier, but Chanel showed some sheer cardigans on their runway. Tory Burch, Maison Margiela, Valentino, they all were showing sheer garments on their runway shows. It's really such a hot trend right now, especially sheer tops and ponchos. I'm seeing a lot of in summer fashion. And I'll have to tell you, I'm really loving this naked dressing. I know that not everyone wants to be completely sheer. I myself would do something like that. I'm kind of on the bolder end of fashion, but if you're not comfortable being completely sheer, I totally get it. No judgment here. I'm going to tell you a little bit more modest of a way to wear this trend. So I think a really nice way to wear it is by wearing a sheer midi skirt with an oversized blazer and maybe a white t-shirt or tank top underneath. That feels a little bit more covered up to me. The oversized blazer can add that modesty, add that coverage, but then you're still having this sheer skirt peek out underneath. I also really like when I've been seeing people wear Bermuda shorts with a bralette and then a sheer button up or blouse over the bralette. I think that looks really sleek and again, it's not too revealing. You can also use that same formula but with trousers. So your favorite pair of trousers, a bralette, and then a sheer top over that. That is so classy to me and sexy without revealing too much. If you wanna go a step further with coverage, you can even wear your favorite slip dress. I have a great one from Aritzia, and then put a sheer dress over the slip dress. So that way you're completely covered underneath, but then you do have something sheer over it that is allowing you to partake in the trend and also wear your slip dress differently than how you've been wearing it before. I personally also love the completely sheer look that Wrangley put out of the sheer midi skirt and tank top. I don't know how I would wear the top because the top is completely sheer, maybe a little bralette underneath. I have to check out how Morgan did it. But then personally, I'm comfortable with just wearing a nude undergarment on my bottoms under the skirt, but you can also do a solid mini skirt and then add the sheer midi skirt over it to add some more coverage. So I love this trend. It's been around a little bit and I think it's here to stay for a little bit longer. I think now we've invested in the pieces and are wanting to continue to play with our almost like our sexuality with it because it is a sexy trend that you can also make really classy and chic by how you style it. Okay, number 6, the waist scarf. Scarf or sarong skirts are one of the biggest trends we're seeing this summer. I'm seeing longer printed scarf skirts come into trend, and then shorter and solid scarves that we would typically wear on our neck or in our hair as being used as kind of little belts to cinch in the waist. And I feel like we started seeing this a lot last summer, especially I feel like a lot of influencers on my feed were wearing their Hermes scarves as waist scarves with maybe a white tank top and white shorts while they're traveling Europe for the summer, which looks really cute and is a fun way to add some color and pattern to your outfit. Here are some ways I'm going to be wearing this trend. I love how it looks with black pants and a black tank top, and then taking a white scarf and wrapping it around the waist to create kind of a high contrast situation. I've been seeing that on my feed, and that looks really chic. And that's where I would also take the long string necklace from the accessories portion of this show and put it with that outfit. So pairing those two trends together, the statement jewelry and the waist scarf. I also like to cinch in my waist when I'm wearing a caftan to create more of a body enhancing look. So that's where you can also put the scarf. You can wrap it around your waist over your caftan, create more of an hourglass shape. I saw that styling on the Monday Swimwear Swim Week show and it looked fantastic. So I immediately tried it on myself when I got home and I was like, that's that's it, that's the trick, because sometimes my body would get lost in the caftans, and I know that that happens to a lot of people, so we can now use the waist scarf trend to cinch in our waists and create more of a body in those cover-ups. I think they also look really cute over swimwear, especially the long printed sarong skirts. I think it's a great and easy cover up that you can just slip on and off when you're at the beach. And I also like them over jeans and a t-shirt. Again, it's a way to take a basic outfit that you love wearing, your favorite pair of jeans, your favorite white t-shirt, and step it up a little bit with the styling by adding a waist scarf to it. And now for trend number 7, the mermaid aquatic trend. This is kind of like the bohemian trend where we all want to look like mermaids in the summer always, but there are a few particular mermaid inspired pieces that I'm really seeing having an uptick this summer. One of them being shell skirts. I am loving these, and I actually purchased a light blue one myself because I really want to create this look of a shell skirt with just a white tank top and then a metallic heel. I think that will look really pretty on my trip to Portugal. And now this is going to be really big, turquoise blue. I'm starting to see it a little bit, and it was on the runway, which means it's going to be trickling mainstream soon. And today, when I was on Instagram, I saw that Who What Wear UK actually just posted turquoise blue, super on trend, coming into trend. And I wrote these note cards the other day. So I'm aligned with Who What Wear UK. We're both seeing that turquoise blue is about to be super big. And the great thing about turquoise blue is that it photographs so well. Like you will stand out in a group photo if you're wearing a turquoise dress. And it looks great on different skin tones. I just purchased an aquatic, kind of turquoise-ish blue workout set from CSB. And when I posted a selfie on my Instagram wearing it, I got so many replies. Oh my God, that color is amazing. And I agree. It's really, really the color of the moment, or it's about to be. And then another mermaid inspired piece I see coming into play are the shell and fish clutches and purses, like the beautiful fish clutch from the Vin store. I included that in the edit, or a little shell clutch. We saw Chloe really put out some beautiful ones. I found a lookalike on Revolve that I included in the edit. And as for hair, we can use our beach wavers. I have the beach waver and create those mermaid inspired wavy hairstyles that will just pair perfectly with a shell skirt or a turquoise blue dress or a netted dress. Netting like fishnets are also coming into trend in this mermaid revival. So this is a fun one. It's our chance to live out our aquamarine dreams that we had as kids. I know I loved aquamarine. I wanted to be her. And when mermaid inspired pieces come into trend, it's our chance to live out those dreams. Okay, trend number 8, shield sunglasses. I love this one. Shield sunglasses are all over Instagram on our favorite fashion icons. Designers like Phoebe Philo and Balenciaga have really brought this sunglass shape back into trend. And now we're seeing everyone from Zara to Bottega Veneta putting out those shield frames in their collections. I purchased a pair from Heaven Mayhem. If you're watching this, I have them here. I'll try them on for you. I linked them in the edit as well, so you can shop them. And I actually really like Heaven Mayhem eyewear. I think it's really well made. It has really great quality, and the price isn't as crazy as someone like a Balenciaga or Phoebe Philo or Tom Ford, where you're going to be paying for $500 for a pair of sunglasses. So definitely check them out. How are we wearing shield sunglasses? Here's how I'm wearing them. So, with a white tank top, jean shorts, and a large pair of black shield sunglasses or brown like mine, I think that's a great look. The sunglasses are so bold, the shield shape, that it's going to completely stylize your basic jean shorts and white tank top or tee. I also love them with oversized baggy jeans, and oversized button up, and then the shield sunglasses with the really, really big ones that are larger than mine. I think that's such a cool look when everything is super oversized and solid color. I also like the particular pair I have with a caftan and a rattan beach fedora and my brown shield sunglasses. That's a great look. Add in some turquoise jewels. I love wearing different shades of brown and then adding in a pop of turquoise. I just created a look the other day where I was wearing a brown caftan with a different color brown waist scarf, the shield sunglasses, beach fedora, and then some turquoise jewelry. Oh my god, it was chef's kiss. I'm gonna be wearing that look on repeat. And then I also love the shield shaped sunglasses with a track jacket, particularly one that's a little bit oversized, not too slim to the body, and then maybe some little lace or silky shorts peeking out underneath, and then maybe just a simple earring, and then the shield sunglasses. I think that's such a cool look. We really saw, the YSL track jacket blow up on social media and in the fashion space. And a lot of those girls that have that jacket or a look-alike of it are pairing it with the lace shorts. And I think it looks so, so cute. And then adding on the shield sunglasses just really ups the cool factor of it all. Okay, so that takes us to trend number 9. I just wrote shoes because what shoes are we wearing with all these trends for summer 2026? And I'll tell you, we're going to wear a simple leather flip flop. I love the way these look rather than, say, a rubber flip flop. They look elevated, but also they're still easy to wear, and that's what we want in the summer. We want shoes and things that are easy to wear, can take us to the beach, but also can take us for a walk outdoors. We're also seeing those netted jelly sandals come into trend. I had to ask a few people like, "Do you like these?" I couldn't make up my mind if I like them or not, and I decided I do ship them, but only in a neutral color like beige, flesh tone, or clear. I am not, I'm sorry, but this is just my take. I'm personally not getting behind the netted jelly sandals when they're red or black. It's just too much contrast. It's a little bit distracting and it's just not really for me. But I do ship it if they're clear or beige or flesh tone, whatever your skin tone is, close to your shade of skin because it adds a little bit of texture to your foot. And of course, I think these shoes are comfortable. I don't know yet. I ordered a pair from Amazon. We'll see. And it's a way to partake in the trend, but without being too much. The red ones, the black ones, they're too much for me. I don't like it. As far as sneakers, we're seeing slim sneakers be the style instead of the chunky sneakers we were wearing. And I actually found a pair of slim satin looking, but they're polyester, they're satin looking sneakers on Reformation that look exactly like the Miu Miu satin sneakers that they're showing right now. So I included them in the edit. I have a pair of slim New Balance sneakers that I'll be bringing with me to Europe that I'll also link in the edit. And then kitten heel flip-flops. I think these are so cute in a way to get a little bit of height. Maybe you're pairing them with a little mini skirt or a dress, or when you go out to dinner on your vacation, but you don't want to commit to, a 4-inch heel. And they're also really, really wearable day to night. I also like when they have a square toe. I think that always looks really modern and fun. And I would like to invest in a red pair to hit that red trend, which I included a pair from Aloe in the red section of these little kitten flip flop heels. So cute. And then going back to boho, I do see some gladiator sandals coming back into trend, which is crazy because I was so into the Sam Edelman gladiator sandal back in early high school days. And now it's back. But if you are going to wear this trend, they need to be high. They need to go up to the knee to give you that Chloe girl look, right? Chloe has a lot of those higher up gladiator sandals. And so I did link a pair from Free People. I tried to get a less expensive pair from Amazon, but when they came in, the quality just wasn't there. So I'm thinking about getting the pair from Free People, but I'm not sure if I want to spend the money, but I will include them in the edit. It is such a cool look. It's just not something you're gonna wear all the time, so that's why I'm on the fence about actually buying them. And then for our last trend, capris. Google is reporting actually that the searches have hit an all-time high this year for capri jeans. We've seen them come into trend maybe starting last year or the year before, and now the trend has reached the top It's breaking numbers on Google. Designers like Versace and Ralph Lauren have included them on their runways. I've also seen Paige DeSorbo wear them for the past few springs, and she looks really great in a slim black capri. I love how she styles them. I included a few different pairs in the edit, and how I would wear it is with that nostalgic 90s or early 2000s off the shoulder t-shirt. That's another piece that I'm randomly seeing coming back into trend. I've seen a bunch on Amazon and on Free People, and girls all over my Instagram feed are wearing them, and they're really cute. I want to get one. And I also like the capris with an oversized track jacket of and the little thong kitten heel that I was just talking about. And then you can even throw on the shield sunglasses. So you're hitting the shield sunglass trend, you're hitting the capri trend, you're putting on a trendy oversized track jacket. That's a really cool look. That's probably how I'd wear it because the capris that are in trend are slimmer. I'd balance out the slim on the bottom with an oversized jacket on top. I also saw a really nice look, on Hailey Bieber, of course. She was wearing a long trench coat with a white tank and black slim capris. That looked really nice. And then just putting a flat shoe with it or one of those thong kitten heels, just or even the leather flip flops. It's a really, really nice look. I actually don't have a trench coat, but it is something I've been wanting to invest in. I just don't think I've come across exactly the right one. But of course, we always see trench coats really come back into trend. I feel like in the fall and then also again in the spring. It's one of those things that it's like every other season we're seeing some new trench coats. So I love this. I think when it comes to capris, this is I mean, fit always matters, but especially with capris and where they hit you on your leg, just depending on your body type, that's gonna make all the difference. I feel like I would need one that is maybe a little bit longer past my knee because I am on the more petite side. So if it's stopping right after my knee, it might look a little funky. So I would just try on a few different pairs to see which one is the most flattering to you. I found a really nice pair on the website called Dish, Dissh. I linked them in the edit. Those look like they're a nice length and that they would be the most flattering on the most body types. So definitely check them out. This episode has been so fun. I can literally talk about trends all day, but I'll stop myself here because it's a lot of information. My outfit of the day is by A Perfect Nomad. I literally love this dress. If I ever get married someday, I want to incorporate it into one of my bridal looks because it is so dreamy. I wore it to swim week and I got so many compliments on it. So definitely check it out. If you are going to purchase it, just note that you may need some alterations. I had some alterations done to it just to make it fit my body a little bit better because it is an oversized piece. So just wanted to point that out because you will need to allot for that time in case you want to wear it for your bridal era, a bridal event. And I'm closing every episode of this podcast with a positive affirmation. Today's affirmation is I am creating a peaceful and beautiful life for myself. So I'll say it one more time. Let's say it all together. Maybe look at yourself in the mirror. I am creating a peaceful and beautiful life for myself. And with that being said, have a great day. One other thing, actually, before we go, that I want to point out is that this episode is in support of Feed the Children nonprofit organization. I've been a donor since about maybe 2021 now, and I love that organization. So definitely check them out. Have a beautiful day, be blessed, and I'll see you next time.